Hello everyone and welcome to the NXL 2024 Lone Star Major layout breakdown. I'm going to go through, give you my first impressions. Remember, these are all possible to change, but at least will give you a good start in breaking this layout down and figuring out how to actually go ahead and win. So this is going to be just the snake side. Be sure to check out the other videos on the Dorito side, the center, and also possible bounce shots. Before we jump into it, thank you to ProEdge for sponsoring this video. Be sure to click the link down below in the description and you'll be able to get all the best deals that you can on all your gear over at ProEdge, new and used stuff, all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this layout. So like I said, I'm going to do some of the other things in regards to the middle and Dorito side in another video. So we're going to start from the back and move up. With this, so this tower, I think what some people are probably thinking is that they can come to this tower and shoot down on the snake. I don't see it being super effective because these bricks are just going to be big enough that you can probably get around just fine and not get shot. If you try to pop the top or try to come around and maybe try to surprise someone, maybe that guy can shoot them, but I don't see this tower being a bunker that you want to get to protect your player. Now, getting here to then go into the snake, that's a different story. I think this could be a good spot to dive over, even going out into the corner. We'll see that in a second here. But something that is good is diving out and being able to shoot into the Dorito side to have eyes on where is it that they are moving down the Dorito. You do have a little bit of a wrap shot if someone's hanging out into this wing here, and then of course you have your heads up shots and shot going into the snake corner. But I don't see this being a bunker that I'd want to stay here for a long time. The only reason I'd want to stay here is maybe to shoot into this Dorito side until someone else that has a better shot is able to pick up on that. Because once they put you in, they can dive in pretty quickly and be able to move up the field, and you're just too far away. So they're going to be able to get in by the time you're able to start shooting back. Now the snake corner looks pretty solid. I think getting out here is going to be tough. You'll see when we do the middle. I think it's going to be kind of a boring finals, to be honest. I think it's going to be a lot of, like these three bunkers and then some stuff up the middle and then maybe some risk going out wide every so often. But I don't know. We'll have to see this weekend how much you can actually get out into the tapes. But the snake corner has some decent shots into those same gaps and also shooting into the Dorito side. But I think what this is probably going to be best used for is playing the wrap to shoot over the top into the middle, shooting the wrap to shoot into this Aztec, and then also into the tower, which is going to allow you to then dive into the snake. I think if people are having issues diving into the snake, they can stop either at the corner or at this tower. I think the corner is going to be a little bit easier to get in. And then my opinion is because you can't shoot down the wire, you probably need to have two people in the snake so that way you can protect each other just because of the way that the snake is playing. Now, when you're actually in the snake one is not the best. I mean, yeah, you can shoot into here, but if they're coming over to your side and you're still in the snake one, there's definitely going to be some problems. You do have a shot through, but again, you're like threading the needle through these, through the can and the pin, shooting through here. The shot is there, but I wouldn't want to dive in and then start shooting this really small gap when someone else can probably do that. Now, the wrap of it does get a little bit better. You have a lot of the same lines to shoot into the can and also into this tower. So you do have those shots, which are then going to allow you to crawl up. Personally, I don't know if it's going to be worth it to stop here. I think if you can dive in and stay low and just crawl up, getting into the snake 2 and 3, and then you'll see the 4 is even better, of course. But from the snake 3, you do have some shots into if they have gotten up further into the Dorito side, you can maybe catch them off guard there. Shooting into the middle, you're able to do that. So all these green lines. Now you also have a lot of the same shots from the wrap anyway. So you can shoot into the same bunkers here, and then once you start playing the wrap, you're able to then start pushing harder onto that side into the Aztec and the back center, which are both Aztecs. And then if you get into the snake 3, that's where you really get a lot more shots. You see a lot more opportunities to be able to start shooting inside and then playing the wrap. I think the wrap is going to be probably more deadly just because it's very difficult for people to shoot down the wire and be able to clip you. They would have to come and get you. So if you're staying wrapping and staying low below that brick, then you have some shots onto the inside, maybe if they're still stuck in the Dorito 1, and then being able to get that wrap. But your goal should probably be to get into, well, I mean, obviously I get it. Snake, your goal is always to get all the way down to their side. Your shots are always going to get better once you are down on their side of the field. But from this snake 4, just look how much green there is. Like, there's a lot of different options. You can back up a little bit and shoot into, if someone's at the brick here, shooting cross into your Dorito. But then when you start wrapping, if there's no one down the wire, you have a lot of control to then shoot into a lot of people. Pretty much every back bunker, with the exception of the tower, you have a decent shot on. It's not going to be as good with this back center Aztec, but if they're hanging out a little bit, you're further out on the field. And then of course, once you get to their side and you get into their snake 4, then you get a lot better shots. Now, if someone's posted, you want to be careful of that. I think they might be able to shoot down. We're gonna have to see this weekend if it's just low enough, or basically, can you shoot down enough to stop someone from moving, or can you get up into that spot? But actually, I just realized I think you can actually wrap and shoot into here anyway. So you have to shoot past this little pin, but wrapping alongside there. But I really feel like the name of the game for the snake is get in and then try to get all the way down. If you can get all the way down into the snake 4 or snake 5, then that's going to give you a lot of options. But you need to make sure that you have either someone in the snake with you. Like if they have a snake, you're probably going to have to go get them. I don't know if it's going to be a better way to go and to eliminate them cross field as easily. Again, we'll see this weekend, but to protect your snake player, I think it's going to be best to actually be in the snake with them. If they're looking inside, you look down the wire, so on and so forth. But if they're not in the snake yet, this tower isn't bad. We saw already that you can shoot into this gap. So if they're not in the snake and you just want to start pounding through here, well, you stop them from moving out. And even if they did somehow make it through, you can at least tell your snake guy, stop where you're at, pull in. Now we have someone that is getting closer. Or if they dive into the snake, hey, you just need to play tight, or just tell them that there's a snake 1 or snake 2, whatever. But I think your kind of touchdown zones is the snake 4 and snake 5. Getting into those zones, I think, are going to be super deadly, but you need to make sure that no one is just posted down the wire. I think it's going to be a risk reward. How many people will go snake off break? I think it's possible, but you can see there's just a whole huge open gap there, and then smaller bunkers in front of it. So you'll see when we go over to the middle, there's definitely some shots that are going to be kind of disruptive. But thank you everyone for watching. Tell me what you think down in the comments down below. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.